Hi there, TarotTube. Today is January 2nd, 2018. I am heading back into work after a bit of a vacation, so hopefully we should be able to get back into this 9 a.m. schedule. We had a slight delay today due to an interesting camera error, but we are back and ready to go. I'm going to be doing a clarifying spread with the Rider-Waite tarot deck, no reverses. Strength. Six of Swords. We've also been seeing this one a lot. Ace of Swords. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords and Six of Swords we've both been seeing quite a bit lately, so I'm going to focus on those because they do seem to be screaming at us a little bit. Now, some people have suggested perhaps I'm not shuffling correctly, and that's why we keep getting the same cards. But this is actually using a different deck than we've been using, so that's not necessarily the case. In any case, Six of Swords is all about sort of like a transition from a period of rough waters to a period of calm waters. We see here basically like a man who's rowing, carrying a family and a whole bunch of swords for whatever reason, and the water at the bottom is turbulent, whereas the water over here is nice and calm. And transitioning to this year, you know, we're finally like beginning 2018 in earnest. We might have been experiencing some rough times, and we're going to now see some, you know, improvement in that. I know that, you know, at my work, at my company, we've had some, you know, slight problems in towards the end of the year there, but I think we're really going to see some great stuff happen in January. And politically, 2017 was just a clusterfuck. But I think 2018 got a lot of really positive energy. People appear to be woke, and I think that's a really good thing. So that bodes well, and we've been seeing that card a lot. So whenever you see a card a lot, the energy of that card is really kind of like screaming at you and saying, "Hey, you know, pay attention to my message. This is important," and you know, we should, you know, pay like a little bit like extra attention there. Ace of Swords is all about sort of like an opportunity. The opportunity could be sort of in like a creative project. A lot of times it's an opportunity within the realm of like some kind of like an intellectual pursuit or like an ethical pursuit. Perhaps you've been considering taking on like a new hobby or something like that. You know, it's a great time to learn something new, and so I would definitely recommend, you know, keeping your mind open to possible new opportunities. I love learning new things. You know, tarot's one of them, but when you get to go out and explore like new universes, I think that's just a really beautiful thing. And this time, now Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about a secret, buddy. You probably already know about it, and it's probably causing you like a lot of like emotional negativity that you need to be taken care of. And the easiest way to take care of that is just be honest. Open up to the world and say, "Hey, you know, this is what's happening, and I need to address it." If somebody else is keeping a secret from you, it's harder to find. But I think you have a suspicion, which is why we're seeing this card. You already know at some level that somebody is keeping something from you, and so it might be a point where you need to address it head on. You need to say, "Hey, I think there's some kind of negative energy between us, and I to explore it." And the key is not to be too like accusational. Like, don't you know, put somebody on the defensive where they've now got to like dig in and like reinforce the lie, but instead try to like open up a like a stream of honest like communication. And that's the best way to address these types of issues, is through like, you know, real open and honest communication. Now that brings me to strength. Strength is all about like compassion. It's about like emotional strength, and it's about like, you know, forming connections with other human beings, with other animals, all that kind of thing, that ultimately causes like you know, like a change in like energy. So here we see basically this woman who herself, you know, she might be kind of thin, she might not be physically strong, but there she is holding, you know, a big old lion or a big dog, and he seems to love her for it. Now, that's true strength. True strength is the ability to, you know, take a situation and change it from like an aggressive negative one to a positive one. And so, you know, in the same line of like opening lines of honest communication here, with Seven of Swords, what we're saying is that like that connection to other people is going to be incredibly important during this time. That's the way that we're going to see this transition occur, and that's the way that like we are going to find these opportunities to grow in some way. And so that's January 2nd. As always, please like and subscribe. Sound off in the comments about whether, you know, anything here kind of like jumped out to you. And be well. Hope everybody enjoys going back